One word that you'll both be well aware of that is associated with the Philippines is corruption, rightly or wrongly. Neither of you have mentioned it. How big a problem is it?
Well, I think there has been a history. As Fernando mentioned earlier, we have had a bumpy ride as a country. All I can say, and I think we see this together, is that there has never been as much rigor and seriousness on the part of this government in addressing the corruption issue as we have seen under the term of this current president.
But corruption, would you agree, is endemic in the Philippines, and it is going to take perhaps a generation for it to be brought under control? Is that a fair comment?
It takes time. It takes time, and it depends in what particular area. We've had the benefit as a company to have been operating for many years in this country. We've built relationships. We've operated in many parts of the country, and we have not experienced some of the problems that people claim that they might have experienced. But overall, you do see corruption in many of the countries in Asia and throughout the world, and you want to see a government that leads by example and works on improving the situation. It's hard to eliminate corruption completely in any country, but you want to see improvement, and certainly this government is showing that it will go after corruption and it will improve that particular condition in the country.
Maybe just to add to what Fernando's saying, if you look at any development equation, as you move up the per capita GNP curve, people get more educated, standards move up, governance moves up, corruption indexes also tend to fall. I have absolutely no doubt that as the Philippines continues its fairly sharp climb now up the GNP curve, and as people start to earn more, as people start to get better educated, as people start to demand higher levels of governance, invariably the whole corruption issue also begins to decline.
The Chief Justice has been impeached on charges of corruption. The former president is facing electoral fraud accusations. Her predecessor spent time in prison for charges including economic plunder.
Right.
There is a mountain to climb here, isn't there?
Yeah, it is. The challenge is there, but actually it all boils down to leadership. And I think we have a current president and his cabinet who've basically said we have to turn a new corner on the governance front. And I think everything that they've done up to now is basically setting a whole new bar and a whole new standard, and they are basically walking the talk.